Hi, Aviv.
Hi, Gal.
Let's go to business. Tell me, what is your situation?
So the situation is, I believe my dad is trying to prove me.
Okay. My dad tried to prove me. Is it
Yes.
true?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's true.
It is true. Can you absolutely know is it true? My dad tried to prove me.
No, I cannot absolutely know it is true.
So where do you see that the no coming from? Where do you see your interaction with your dad and all the prove that you think he wants to prove you, and when you stop and ask, can I absolutely know is it true? Where is it that you see that he's not really want to prove you?
I see that in overall the conversations with him, he's trying to really encourage me to do the best for me. So he challenged me with these questions that will actually support me to do what is right for me and not just be confused about my actions and my decisions. So he's actually looking out for me,
Yes.
and sometimes it feels too much for me to expose. So I guess it goes over there in my
Okay.
mind. I'm doing it.
Correct me if I hear it right. When your dad or anyone put a little bit challenge on you, you go into this belief that they try to prove me. Is that what you
Yeah,
feel?
correct.
Okay, good. So how do you react when you believe this thought? My dad tried to prove me.
Well, I get angry very quickly. Like strong sensation in the chest, in the center. I feel like some tension building up. I want to explode, and I'm going to be hostile, very judgmental. I'm closing. Um, I don't want to share anymore. I'm closing. I feel vulnerable. I feel very vulnerable. I even lie. I even start to lie consciously. I just want to win. I just want to win this situation I made up in my mind. So I start lying. Um, I get frustrated and impatient, and then I can see like a pattern that the conversation starting to just turn off, just beginning to turn off very quickly from this situation. It's like I impatient. I can't hold it anymore. I'm just like, okay, let's talk like,
Oh.
I don't know, like
Bas-
from now.
Basically, you feel a negative sensation and negative thoughts about the situation.
Yes.
And you try to push it away through him. What do you get when you believe these thoughts?
What do I get when I believe this thought?
Yes.
I guess I'm the victim now, so I don't have to deal with this. because I am right, so I don't have to deal with this opening up. I can stay in my comfort zone, not talking about things that are challenging me, and actually be vulnerable and say, you know what, I don't know, you're right. I don't know, and I'm confused. Yeah, it's unpleasant.
Yes. And basically, because we feel unpleasant sensation, we try to push away the cause of the unpleasant sensation, which in fact, it's not really the cause. It appears like my father is the cause, but I'm fighting with my own sensation, which is unpleasant, and reacting to the trigger and not the cause of it. Is these thoughts bring you peace or stress into your life?
Stress.
Stress. So just take me to this situation. Where are you? Talking on the phone, sitting? Where it happened? Take me there.
Yeah, I'm sitting in my room. I talk with him on the phone.
Okay. Are you aware what is around there? All your stuff, how your body position is, and you talk with your father, and suddenly you recognize that he's sharing things that trigger within you anger.
Yes.
So far?
Yes.
Now, I ask you to be able to observe your body and the surrender around you without the belief my father shouldn't share what he shares. My father doesn't know what he's talking about. My father is looking after me, try to prove me, try to show me that I'm wrong, without no ideas. You're just talking with your father. You are present with your body. You're present with the sensation and all the environment around you. Who would you be without believing these thoughts? My father looking after me.
I see the situation now much more simple. It's just a being with sensations.
Yes. So you are more open to listen one-to-one what is your father is pointing to?
Yeah.
Yes. So give me an example, if you remember, things that he point to you, and you now when you realize without the thought he is looking after me, what is the benefit of him pointing things for you, even just to swallow, to observe, to take your time? Maybe there is some wisdom, some practical. What was it? You remember? What are the points that you can say, yeah, he point, yeah, this is good for me to stop and ask my question.
Yeah, the main thing I see, it's talking about school and like university and learning, and I take the conversation always to the point of like I tell him like I know something about myself. I tell him, yeah, but it's more important the experience than actually learning, and I want to experience. I want to get experience and learn through that. And then he telling me, yeah, but why not to learn something, have a base, have some foundation, and then and you see if it really interests you, then go and experience and get experience and get. And I see the point. It doesn't matter if I will do it or not, but I see the point. It sounds reasonable.
Yes, it's basically what I hear. Father pointing that if you have some passion, some desire, about any object, any subject, any situation, go learn about it, know the theory about it, find out if it's really pull you in and support you to even go and do the experiment about this subject. So maybe you have an idea that you don't want to go and learn, but he didn't say what to learn, I think. He said anything. You want to be a chef, you want to be, go find the school. Maybe he think, or maybe you have to ask him if you want, what is the purpose for him? Why, how he see going to school or going to learn professional, any skill from people with experience, how does it will support you to open your mind and find out what is it beyond his pointing? Why does he think that learning is as much as important like experiences?
Yeah.
See, because
Well,
yeah, you might think that find the belief. Are you resist to study, or you imagine? We say go to university, go study. Do you imagine something that you react, or you have a negative association with that?
definitely, definitely, I have some negative association. I see a lot of belief there. It's just jumping very quickly.
But overall, if you see the main beliefs for all these tiny beliefs, what it will be? What is your story about a high education or a university education? What did you fit yourself to believe?
Yeah, I see. The main is that I'm not fitting for this kind of structure.
Okay. Can you absolutely know is it true?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So if you will turn this around, how the turnaround will be like?
I don't want to be in this kind of structure.
Okay. What else?
I am fitting. It's just up to me.
Yes. Because if you notice, do you have an experience of this system before?
Well, I've been to school.
Yes. But remember, we've been to school because we have to, not because we really have passion to learn something.
That's
It's
right.
completely different. So we cannot judge 20 years ago or 10 years ago for you and comparing the place that I don't want to be there, everything will appear as terrible system. And I'm not saying it's a good system or bad system.
That's right.
I'm saying that if I'm resist to something, I want to see what is the cause. Maybe if I investigate the cause, I will acknowledge that, hey, it doesn't really matter because it can be university, it can be a college, can be a professional place. It's what is the resistance to go through the theory, to learn about something that I have so much passion, to add into my knowledge that I already have, and then start to put it into use and combine between both. Yeah? Unless your father is not directly speak, but he wants that you will have degree, then you can discuss. What does it mean for you, degree? Why do you think without degree I cannot be such and such? I don't know what the answer will be for him. But definitely, if you have a resistance of having a degree, I mean pressure, test, proving, and it brings stress, that you can also acknowledge that. We don't know. We have to investigate what really triggered me so much rejection to the concept itself, which here it's high education.
Yeah, I see a lot of investigation to do. Yeah.
Yes. And this is great because one investigation will take you to another investigation, because if you notice there is some resistance, although it comes from your father or mother or professors, and you say, fuck all of them, I don't care. I just want to go and do it, which is also okay. Nobody told you, or the maybe indirect telling you, you must do this and then you do that. They say it's option. And I found it that all the option is great as long as you want to do it. You have curiosity, you have urge.
Yeah, I see how the resistance is influence me, and actually, I I keep sustaining it by adding more resistance and just just like story upon story. Then I forget the first story why I resist, and now
Yes,
I'm deep in the story.
correct. This is, I see it's very useful to stop. There's an opportunity when we react and we stop and see, instead of someone looking after me to prove me that I'm wrong, that I'm not good enough, make my personality lower, I see that this is opportunity. If someone is pointing something to me and I'm react, great, I have some material to work with. The question, do I really want to see? Do I really want to experience? What is it that I'm resisting to? And not saying I know before I take some time and sit with this and observe the situation and go through the questions and find out. Because it will show you the wisdom, the intelligence within us, the knowledge that we all have. Something start to direct, shift, that we listen to this voice, that we can follow what we really want in life. It's very much supporting us to connect to ourselves, to connect to the environment, to see life through love and not through hate. See life for welcoming everything, because I do want to expose myself for all the opportunities instead of reacting and rejecting things that I don't even know what it is because I didn't investigate.
Yes. Also, just
Yes.
saying the sentence, my dad trying to prove me. It's like I'm saying I'm not really understand what the sentence means. Like, it's so easy to interpret the sentence. It's to build on it so much story.
Yes. Yeah, because basically my dad tried to show me that I'm not good enough, judging me.
Yeah.
It's another way to say my dad doesn't know me and he judged me.
Yeah. This is much more clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but my dad is just trigger within me to question, to ask. Although let's assume my dad telling me what to do, and it's fine. That's the way he see or perceive reality. I can take what he said and I can appreciate that and basically move on what I need to do, what is work for me. My job is to find out how I'm going to be in alignment with what I do. So I will not complain. Yes, I will take 100% responsibility of my life by asking what is good for me and how can I adjust and appreciate and acknowledge what is happening to me.
Yes.
And from this moment on, we all can take this opportunity to see that life give us opportunities. no necessarily good or bad. It is what it is. The question, what we do with this opportunity, we welcome it, investigate, and adjust, or respond to it, or the instinct will be, if I don't like it and it associates with an unpleasant sensation, there is a rejection, aversion. I don't want to deal with that. And sometimes it just comes again and again and again that I ask myself, why I'm so resist? Look, it persists. So one of the turnaround, my dad wants to turn the light on for me to see things that I'm not willing to see in the past, and now I'm willing to see what is the light pointing to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, if I have some beliefs about my dad, I can investigate with my dad. You said it because of that. You mean it because of that. What is your intention behind what you said? Are you manipulate me? I can really open when I'm not upset. I can have an open conversation and ask, why is so you emphasize, or it's important for you that I overlook? And sometimes also I can share with my dad my vulnerability. I'm afraid of taste. I don't want to spend so much money. I don't want people to spend for me so much money. I don't want to wait. I want to do it. I don't want to wait to study. Whatever the most simple and intimate for you to share what's going on for you. So you can really connect to yourself, and people around you can more connect to you. I don't think they need to understand us, but we can say, I can understand you sometimes, this meaning that I can see what you're going through. You're struggling, the flowing that you're going through.
I see the vulnerability is a really main thing here. Yeah, because I see a lot of I don't want him to perceive me in that way, because then I will look weak, and then I will be weak.
Correct.
Yeah, I want to show him that I'm strong. I want to show him that I'm independent, that I don't need him, that I don't need anyone, I can do anything.
And when the mind acts like this, what is the result?
No, the result is weakness, really weak, really weak.
Yes, off-center, aggressive, upset. So I want my father to see that I'm center, but I don't do the work. So the way I respond to my father is completely arrogance, very quick, agitate, attacking, not even asking or sharing with my father what do I feel when he triggers something within me. So you start to ask your father a question and see how your father responds when you're vulnerable, when you're open, when you listen, and see how your father responds when you're aggressive, thinking you know, and cutting him and tell him he doesn't understand, he's old-fashioned and blah, 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 blah. Just notice the difference, how it affects your interaction with yourself when you're open.
Yes.
That's great. That's bringing you to open this vulnerability with yourself and vulnerability with people that you are appreciate in your life. And then it's giving and receiving knowledge and supporting that all of us will connect to ourselves and really ask the question, what is my passion? What is the drive? What is my desire really every day living in life that I feel, wow, I'm so grateful. Doesn't matter what you do, everyone has to have the same attitude. Like the other day I heard one of the coaching saying, guys, taking in proportion, I'm so grateful for being here and doing what I'm doing for living. I love it anyway. I will do it for free. This is the attitude that's what I want to do. Imagine that you get nice amount of money of traveling and you enjoy it so much and there is no stress and you learn and you expose and you share and you receive. It's a feeling of falling in love with life. I eat what I really appreciate. I'm living a full life.
Yeah.
For that we have to uncovering the fears, the projections that I'm telling myself I'm not good with that, I'm not having this, all these beliefs that uninvestigated beliefs we identified with entity that it's not who we are. We are limit our potential instead of unlimit our potential, to unleash our potential, to live a fully life, happy life. And that's what I wish to all of us, every moment. How come if I'm not living in this path? Where is the voice that I'm not listening within myself? And what are the steps to start to clean and in tune with this voice within me that yelling sometimes, please do the life that I'm born to do, to live. And it comes from not investigate my thoughts, the idea, the belief. And that's what we're here. We're here to support each other. No big deal. Let's start again. What is the cause of it? And investigate it and slowly see that through this process we can feel the potential, the unlimited of our potential in life. In any area, we just name it and we are flow like a river back to the ocean.
Yes, it's true. When I'm observing the negativity and not taking a part of it, I can very much feel like I'm making a joke out of it. It's like, this can't be me. It's not me. But
Yes.
when I'm not investigating, then it looks for a moment so real, so justified.
Yes, very limited. Feel tension. And this is for you already this in the last 1 year going through the process of investigating, focus on yourself, question yourself, being aware how to support yourself. And you can see, although you say, hey, but I'm not done, it doesn't really matter. You see the progressive, the steps of the more you stop, the more you question, the more you adjust to the life that you want to live. It feels so right. Yeah? Not always pleasure, but it feels so right. That's the way I want to go. So if we need to summarize the meeting, that it's become from theory to practicality, what you will guide yourself?
It's funny, the first thought that came to my mind is go talk with your dad about it. This is one. I see for myself is also just focus more on the vulnerability to catch the protective personality that's trying to protect something, like there is something to protect. Yeah, and I see also from the vulnerability I see to go ask, not to believe just this negativity. When I see the negativity, go and ask. If it's asking the situation, asking myself, asking the person, what is really happening? Like, this is happening. It's like, yeah.
Great. So still focus on that. Be vigilant during the day. If you have some tension, some stress, you feel some reaction, sit with yourself and find out what is the cause, what is the idea, what is the belief that we are overlooked. And then when we do the work and see the whole picture, not only one part, and not being afraid to open with the people, what does it mean when they share what they share? Many times we have the tendency to project negativity towards me. They hate me, or they looking after me, or they want to prove that I'm wrong. All the things that I'm not comfortable with myself. I'm hesitant with myself, so I think people are attacking me and not seeing that I'm attacking myself or I'm attacking other people. It's like a mechanism to protect myself, as you said, instead of, no, let me see, I don't know. It's a mystery.
I think we're having a connection trouble, if you're hearing me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Somehow you are not connected. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I just went outside and had some connection trouble.
Okay. So thank you for your sharing and being open. And
thank you very much for investigating with me.
Wonderful. All the very best.